What is up, my loaf enthusiasts? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic, and if you already clicked on the video, you already know what world we're going to be talking about here. And that's essentially that, yeah, this whole controversy, whatever you want to call it, on Redo of Healer. Now, this is quite interesting for me to talk about because of the sheer fact that, like, this has taken me at least 20 plus recordings because I do want to get this right, and I don't want to I'm trying not to offend anybody, and I'm trying to upset anybody on this. But then at this point, I'm just realizing this is the internet. I'm gonna upset someone, unfortunately. And you know, if you guys are upset, I get it. Thumbs the video down if you really want to, but you know, just hear me out before you do something rash, you know what I mean? But other than that, I just want to talk about my feelings about this whole series, because I've watched it. I watched it up until like the 3rd episode, and I'm still going to watch it. And also the sheer fact that I've read ahead of it, and I have a lot of things to say about it, just for the sheer fact that, like, people have their own opinions. I heard some good things, I've heard some bad things, and I've also heard even from my own significant other, who, you know, things I didn't expect her to say, and she actually was like, oh, that. And we're gonna be talking about that, if you know what that is. Essentially, if you don't know what Redo of Healer is a new anime that's basically showing right now, and it was announced last year that they were going to do an anime adaptation, and there's been some saying that, like, who knows how this was going to work out. And at this very point of time, people are going basically flipping their own tables at this point. Just sheer fact on the internet that, like, people don't know how to react to it. The thing in question is basically episode 2, if you don't know. The MC just basically goes out of his way and does, like, you know, the main heroine. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know if I should be saying the hard R, but, like, I'm gonna have to just to clarify what's going on. But, like, here's the thing about this whole thing where people are just saying, like, this show should be canceled. This shouldn't be on air. This shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be that. This guy's not justified or anything. It's quite interesting to see all these things, because the sheer fact that, like, no one's really in the right here. And I'm not just talking about, like, people, like actual general people. I mean characters. Let's get that straight. I'm talking about characters, not people. And then again, like, you know, a lot of people might not agree with me. Nobody likes my opinion, but you know what? This is the internet, so my opinion doesn't really matter at this point, and nor does anyone else's. So we're in the same boat here. Anyway, essentially, said MC did what he did to get revenge. Now you might be saying, like, this is absolutely wrong, and this shouldn't be doing. He shouldn't be doing any of this. In the context, normally yes, but if you look at what he's had been going through. Main guy was basically a living meat sack for at least 5 years, at least from what I've read. He's been a living meat sack for 5 years, and then he goes redo time. He restores his time by, again, like, I believe it was 5 years. And not only that, he had to live through set amount of time until he had to get his revenge, and he had to live through a lot of things equally the same. If you've watched the show, you understand, but if you don't, like, you would undersee that, like, this guy literally went through hell. Hell is stretching it. It's like nothing compared to hell, I assume. This man literally did what he sought out to do, and he erased the main heroine's memories and her identity completely. And it's actually interesting because I feel like the thing where she loses her identity completely, it's more horrific than what she got from the guy. It's kind of interesting because, like, I've talked to people like that, and there's a lot of people say, like, she got what she deserved, and that, or this was disgusting, I'm not gonna watch it, and everyone has their own opinion on it. Me personally, I'm just gonna say it flat out that, like, this was something that I thought it's not justified. But at the same time, I can understand why he did it and where he was coming from. Not to mention I think what was worse is that her losing her identity, because you losing your identity, you basically lost your whole self. I think that's a lot worse, but you know, I digress. That's just my own opinion. Not to mention, as I was talking to people, like literally this whole thing, not even my girlfriend even surprised me with it, because the sheer fact that she told me that like she got what the main heroine, she got what she deserved, and I'm just scratching like, well, number one, I didn't think she was gonna say something like that. Number two, I was just like, oh yeah, yeah, you're right, she did. It's just quite interesting that like a lot of people are just conflicted, and it's not just like the general sense of like you could be on one side and the other side because of certain other things. It just really depends on the person who debates on why this should be made or anything. My honest opinion, any type of media could be transformative. This particular series, I like it just for the sheer fact that it shows the imperfection of humanity and how easily broken you could become. And that's really interesting for me just to watch it play out. Like this guy, like at least the two main people that have been shown in the series, they're not good people. They're not good people just for the sheer fact that like main character, he completely is, his mind, his whole perspective of life is just completely broken. And that's why he did what he did. While heroine, she was just broken since the beginning. She grew up like that, and that's how she was raised, and she's just a shitty person. You can't tell me she's not a shitty person. And did she get what she deserved? In some sense, yes. In some sense, no. I believe that like her losing her whole identity was the perfect revenge. But you know, that's just me. And it's kind of funny because like I've been talking to people and just completely, there's been like a lot of different things. I won't name names, but I will name the people who actually wanted to comment on it when I posted this on Twitter the other day. And pretty interesting comments. If you guys want to actually get involved into these kind of videos in the near future, follow me at SirLoafOfBread, and like, you know, we can have a conversation about anything in general. Let's make it civil at least. But then again, it's the internet, so what am I expecting in my life? But yeah, if you guys wanted to get into these conversations, if I ever want to make a video like this again, follow me on SirLoafOfBread, because I need more followers, please. I want to matter somewhere. Anyway, but the first comment by Zeno Kensei. Bro, reading of Healer is very interesting. Something about it feels like I want to see the MC get his full revenge or not. Now that's actually really, that's a comment, because I completely forgot to leave out that like, yeah, there's actually more than one revenge. Like if you saw, like I said, the 3 episode, like, I'm gonna say this right now, like if you watch up until like 3 episodes for any anime, you get a good perspective of how it's going to be. And just seeing, like, if you watch the 3rd episode, you see like it's not just main heroine who's just like completely ruined his life. It was completely other people involved with her, basically her party, who basically just tortured this guy. And I want to see the full revenge happen. Is he gonna do the same act that what he did to her? I don't know. I'm not that far into it, and not to mention I'm not reading the light novel, so I honestly don't know. The only thing of the light novel I know is specific things, not a lot. But me seeing the other people get like what they deserve, I actually do want to see it, because honestly, those people, they are really bad. This whole series is just filled with bad people, and it's just a perfect perspective of showing how people and just in general humanity is just completely fucked in some way or form. But anyway, again, like, I would like to see that too, Zeno Kensei. Anyway, and also we got another comment from Super Saiyan 04. I heard it was too fucked up to watch. Again, it's completely opinion. Like, if you don't want to watch it, you heard it's too fucked up, that's fine by me. Like, do whatever you want. My honest opinion, like, at least give it a try. And if you can't stomach the 2nd episode, I think you're not going to be able to watch the rest of it, because it's just something to like put a faint of heart, essentially. But it's still really good plot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you watch it and you got past the 2nd episode and you keep continuing on, especially reading it, It's actually a really good plot. It like legit plot. We're not talking about bodies. We're talking about plot in general. Like, it's really good just to see like a different type of story being told. And then also at Nido Card 2, I'm watching it. The story I like and I want to continue. Again, like I said, the story is actually really good. It's just you need to really understand your perspective when you're watching it. If you don't, and you're going into your own perspective and in your own ways, obviously you're not gonna like it. And maybe you might not like it because something in some way or form has happened to said person that you know, or to yourself, and that's why you don't like it. Completely fine. Like you don't have to watch it. But this is an interesting story just to show of how humanity is just completely fucked scenario. And then we also got a quote tweet saying from @JaneAlexis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering names. I'm the worst. I'll say it flat out. School did not prepare me for words. I'm really bad at spelling, just to let you all know. But anyway, personally, I like that they made the anime cover pic as cute and wholesome as possible, so they all cute people click on it and are expecting some SAO shit and get traumatized instead. Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Because the whole like art cover is just like, oh, it looks like, you know, probably an isekai, or it's just something like, you know, a good adventure series or whatever, and you know that. But in general, like, it's just something like, again, you watch it, and if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. That's all I gotta really say about it. In the end of the day, I think the moral of the story here is that if you don't like it, don't give it attention, because literally the whole internet giving this series the amount of attention that it shouldn't even probably be getting to begin with, is because of shock factor. And because of that, the ratings for it are going high. So if you do really want this series to like just end and not get any more publicity as it is, just don't care about it, essentially. And if you are one of the people who do care about it, and if you do like it, then you probably like it because of certain plots or whatever. You do you know what I mean? But that's all I gotta really say on the matter, because it's just a really big shit show on the internet about this. And I don't think it should have gone this far, but it did, and that's just how the internet works, unfortunately. But let me know in the comments below of why do you like this series, or why you don't like this series, essentially. And let's be civil, you know, as much as we possibly can. Like, I actually like having conversation. Like, if you look to my other videos, sometimes I love having conversation with all y'all, just to, you know, have some type of interaction in life. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the love and support. Have yourself a goddamn good one. Remember to stay safe out there, wear a mask, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.